Today I messed up believing my mother's lies. My mother lied to me for years. She fully convinced me that the technical name for daddy long legs were obligobs. So up until my teenage years I genuinely believed that's what they were called. And when one flew in the window and landed on my desk at school, I screamed out, "No! Get that obligob away from me!" After the class calmed down and I was finished ranting that it was the correct name for them, my teacher at that time explained to me that I was wrong and basically an idiot. It's a running joke in the family now that they are still called this, and I found a partner who plays along. Today I messed up by mistaking a child for a dog. Today I was walking home from the shops. Where I live we have very few street lights and it was extremely dark. I was walking along and there was a woman just sort of in the street light, but she had a lead. I love dogs. Total dog person. So I start looking to see the dog, and I can't quite see the dog because of the way the light was in the road, but then the dog moves into the light more. I realize that the dog has one of those Rain Mac coats. It was pink with love hearts on it. So cute. It made sense for him to be wearing a coat since it's cold and rainy in the UK right now. So I did the proper British thing, walked past, gave the awkward smile and said, "Your dog's coat is so cute." Her face dropped. It was then that said dog stood up after crawling around on the wet grass, and what appeared before me was a 3 to 4-year-old. She had one of those backpack harnesses on. The woman was mortified. I was mortified. Confused, bright red and stumbling over my words, I spat out the worst apology you'd ever hear and ran off. I don't think I've ever embarrassed myself more. I'm mostly grateful I was on the other side of the road so my escape route was easier. So, what I have learned from this, is kids' harnesses terrify me, and never to try complimenting people's dogs again. And to the poor woman whose child I mistook for a dog, I am so sorry. Also, thought I'd make it clear. Harnesses are great in my opinion for kids. They ensure your child is safe and has independence, but please don't let them crawl around. Imbeciles like me might mistake your child for a dog if it's a bit dark. Today I messed up by unknowingly sharing a YouTube account with a stranger. For the past half year I noticed that in my history there were rarely and occasionally random videos I would never watch, some kind of soap operas and cooking tutorials. While mine is gaming/science/politics/war and some music. I thought it was my parents, cause I remember I logged in with my account once on their smart TV, so I thought okay, they don't watch YouTube often, so be it. But as months went by, the imposter videos were still rare, but started screwing with the recommendation algorithm. And I thought, my parents would never watch this kind of stuff, so called my dad and asked to make sure he was using his own account. And forgot about it. The imposter videos in history were super rare, and I wasn't paying much attention. But today, I didn't finish watching a video and hours later came home and went to history to continue watching. What I found was shocking. 10 fucking videos on how to make apple pie in a row. Mixed with soap opera and comedy shows. I call my dad. "Are you guys making apple pie?" "No." "Oh okay, weird." I start thinking. And it hit me, my dad works with TV stuff, and gave me an Android box to test half a year ago or more. I logged in with my own account for testing, and probably forgot to log out. And that Android box is now in someone else's house being used with my account. Some 30-plus woman is using my YouTube and is probably as confused by all the gaming/science/politics recommendations as I am by her cooking/soap opera stuff. Now that I think of it, it's so ridiculously funny, sharing a YouTube account with a complete stranger. Today I messed up by sleeping with a girl I've been going out with and getting 32 hickeys. So I met this girl on Tinder, right? And I go out of my way to actually pursue her and we go on a date and it's great. We went to a climbing gym since we had that interest in common, we had a lot of the same hobbies, she was attractive, she seemed super into me and we made a plan to go on another date. Second date comes around, we go climbing again and plan on dinner at my place afterwards. Dinner turns into a movie on the couch. We're watching Princess Mononoke and at some point the focus becomes less on the movie and more on each other. At the end of my movie we take the activities to my bedroom, where things get spicy. She was a gem and was always sure to ask me what I was comfortable with, as was I. It started out great until she asked me if I liked receiving hickeys. Now in my head I was imagining the playful, fun and sensual hickeys or bites that I got with my last partner that I enjoyed thoroughly. She apparently had different things in mind. And proceeded to bite the fuck out of my upper chest for the next 10 minutes. It wasn't terrible, so I thought. Anyway, we both finish, we're doing some snuggling and aftercare, and I go to the bathroom. I look in the mirror and witness an absolute horror. My upper chest is absolute covered in 32, count 'em, 32 dark bruises, teeth marks included. These are not your average hickeys, she was trying to eat me. This was unfortunately a big turnoff, and after a while I told her to leave and have not talked to her since yesterday besides a cursory few messages afterwards. IDK I feel like it ruined her for me, and I definitely should have just stopped her earlier. Today I messed up by popping my fiance's pimple. So, to start off, we had planned all day to get a bunch of alcoholic drinks and weed. It went through, and since we both take our pants off, it's better than wearing shorts. I can't explain. She said it feels like a pimple or something, so I, being cross-faded to the nine divines, randomly sucked on her thighs and a weird taste came into my mouth. It took like a solid few minutes of back and forth for her to check her thighs, and there it was. Her inner thigh had a fuck ton of puss slowly dripping down it. I just sat there in bewilderment and shock. I didn't say a word and had a 1,000-yard stare while she was profusely apologizing. The only thing I did after was open a new pack of cigarettes and took a few shots of whiskey rye straight. Needless to say, I sobered up real quick.